The city's graffiti abatement employee feels a sense of urgency in getting graffiti cleaned up. The city recently increased the contract employees' hours from 20 to 40 a week to help clear up a 2-month backlog. And to speed things up, administrative staff does the paperwork so he can go right to work.
Always take care of swear words, anti-cop graffiti, threatening gang graffiti first. That's the priority above all else.
After the priority graffiti is cleaned up, staff works the requests mostly by the order in which they came into the office. The city will only clean up graffiti on private property if the owner signs a waiver.
And I believe they're made aware, talking to Reno Direct, that they have the option of filling out a waiver online and simply having it there waiting for us. Otherwise, I respond to the call and then I have to track them down again and try to get a waiver. Even though the owner might have called it in themselves, we still need that waiver signed. We do have a standing waiver on this business, both of these businesses. Unless specified, waivers are put on file for 2 years. They actually do expire over time. Then we get a new one, but the businesses that are commonly hit are more than happy to just leave it on file, and we don't even need to make contact. We can see the graffiti, pull up, take pictures to document, and take care of it.
Officer Sharon Moran is in charge of graffiti abatement in the gang unit. He is down to the one contract employee because another full-time worker is on medical leave. There is also a shortage of support staff to help document the graffiti, which is important to garner enough evidence for an arrest. Sharon says her graffiti looks worse than it is because it's taking longer to clean it up.
There's a theory out, it's called the broken window theory. If you have a building full of windows and somebody breaks one of those windows, if that window isn't replaced, then somebody else is going to come along and think that it's okay to break more windows because nobody's going to care or do anything about it. And the same applies with graffiti. If a wall is tagged and it doesn't get cleaned up right away, then the next tagger is going to come along and he's going to think that he can tag it as well because nobody's going to do anything about it. And before long, even though it took, say a week to get that wall completely covered, to the normal citizen, all they're going to see is a wall covered in graffiti, and it's going to make it look pretty bad.
Sharon says the taggers are now taking pictures of their graffiti to put on MySpace, Facebook, and other social media. He's excited that there has been an outreach in the community to create a volunteer removal team and is working on the details to make it a viable resource.
Volunteers is the way to go. San Jose uses a huge volunteer force in graffiti cleanup. I've been in contact with them so we can hopefully work something out with the volunteers of Reno so that we can kind of use them under the city umbrella.
Most of the city of Reno's graffiti abatement starts right here at Reno Direct. If you want to report graffiti or if you want it removed from your home or business, the best thing to do is call Reno Direct. That number is 334-INFO. And if you see someone in the act of doing graffiti, call the non-emergency dispatch number. That number is 334-COPS.